My name is Marietta Mahani, and this week's Aqua Tip, we're going to be talking about getting down under the water. Down under the water. Now, like me or not, I am famous for really encouraging people to move a little bit quicker in the water, because regardless of your age group, being able to move quickly with resistance, which is called power, is really important. It's fundamental for being able to get up out of a chair, going up and down stairs, everyday activities, but also it helps with maintaining innervation of your fast twitch muscle fibers. So what am I talking about when I say get down? And look, I know everyone's got different names for it depending on where you got trained, but you're basically keeping the shoulders down underneath the water. Now there is lots of things that you can do here, but the advantage of sitting down is the fact that you can actually move a lot quicker when you're down here and you're stamping your foot down. The other bonus is bone mass. Yep, because when I'm standing up here, yes, I can get movement. When I get down here, I can stomp with a bit more force. And there's so many things I do in this position. I love it. You can do double stomps or single stomps, or adding the arms and stomping the foot down. There's crisscrosses, there's jumping jacks, there's even jogging down low and really pushing your feet down or in. Yeah, there's stacks of things that I do. One leg actions, where I'm crossing the leg over and out, knee repeaters, everything being low down underneath the water. So that doesn't take away from the workout. In fact, it will enhance the workout. And the way I like to put these moves is with other moves where people are doing rebound work and then they come down and then they do something with stomping. Those types of moves going together in a class, especially in a piece of choreography, it feels good to do. It feels good to do. Now, just a quick word about choreography. As I discovered in my Aqua mentoring group, is when I use the word choreography, people think dance. No. It's not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is you have a piece of music, you work out where the chorus and the verse and instrumental sections are, and you have a move that's specific to those parts of the song. I swear by this, and every time I get someone to do it, they teach it in the class and they go, oh my God, the participants loved it. And I'm like, yes, I know. And that's what I mean by choreography. So the movements are your classic, movement patterns that you do in any regular Aqua class, but you make it fit with the music. And that makes for a very, very special event, and you just feel great as an instructor when you do it. So that's what I mean by choreography. So in your choreography, you might have a movement where you're doing a big M jack, and then you stay down low and you do fast ones, but pushing your feet down. And when you play around with those levels, it feels fantastic. It shifts the focus. So get down low, make sure you're doing it in your classes. It's good stuff and you can move with speed. And that is this week's Aqua Tip. Demonstrating anything low in the water means that on land, you've got to stay in a squat position. Now, yes, you're going to have some little bit of lower body endurance and strength to stay down here to demonstrate those movements. So a great way to cue it is to ask people to drop their bodies down. And I also use this technique with my hands with asking people to bring the water closer up towards their chin. So they go from here down to here. And then there's the stomping action. So you've got to stay down in this position, because if you stand back up again, then they might not understand when you initially demonstrate the movement pattern. So the idea is drop yourself down, bring the water up to chest height. Here we go, pushing the arms or stomping the feet, or cross tap, or stay down low, knee repeater. So your knees are bent and you're trying to bring yourself as low as you can. Now, that can be fatiguing if you're doing it for any length of time. And of course, the crisscross jack that I demonstrated will be virtually impossible to do unless you've got really strong legs or you've got thighs that will tolerate that. But most of us work on surfaces that are hard and slippery. The chair is a great option here. So sitting on the chair, we've got the crisscross jack. So you ask people to drop down, bring the water up towards the chin, and now do your crisscross jack, or you're pushing out and pushing in. You can also stay here for those stomping movement patterns, which will make it a little bit easier for you to be able to repeat demonstrations without too much lower body fatigue as you're doing that. Just a word of caution. When I teach my class, can get a little too enthusiastic, and when you stomp the ground, be careful with how hard you stomp down. Remember, they've got water buoyancy and resistance that they're working against. And so you want them to hit the floor of the pool with as much impact as they can. But on land, you can actually push down too hard. So you really stomp down. And I've hurt myself doing this, in fact. Just was too enthusiastic, stomped too hard. So when you do it, and this is my tip, try not to stomp down with the whole foot. Stomp down, but you're actually just tapping the floor with your toe. So the energy comes from what you do with your arms rather than on stamping your feet down hard into the floor. Doing it on a chair also makes it easier to demonstrate the energy that you want them to apply to the exercise without causing any lower limb injuries. That's just a little hot tip based on my own personal experience with demonstrating this. And that is this week's Aqua tip.